Ever thought about buying a ticket to outer space? In the near future it might turn from science fiction into pure reality. Over the last few decades, thanks to the technological development that took place, many of what seemed an absolute aberration of our imagination soon can become reality. Someday we might take an elevator to space. As crazy as it seems, it might happen. It all started in 1895, when a Russian scientist named Konstantin Tsiolkovsky, inspired by the Eiffel Tower, suggested building a freestanding tower from Earth's surface up to the height of nearly 36,000 kilometers, also known as geostationary orbit. This proved to be impossible because of the compression forces, so the concept was abandoned. Later though, in the 60s and 70s, the concept was popularized and became known under a different form. Rather than building a tower, a geostationary satellite would lower a cable which would be anchored on Earth. To keep the cable up, a counterweight can be used which is further away than the geostationary orbit. This way, the centrifugal force is greater than gravity, keeping the cable stretched. To keep it simple, it is similar to a yo-yo. As we start spinning it around, the body of the yo-yo is thrust outwards, keeping the string stretched. Although everything seems to be easy and simple, until recently there was no material that was strong enough to withstand the enormous forces. This until we discovered that carbon has some special properties. Carbon atoms tend to form extremely strong bonds with each other. Arranged in a lattice they form diamond, or arranged in a sheet they form graphite, but recently it was discovered that they can form tiny tubes called carbon nanotubes, which are much lighter and stronger than steel. They are also capable of conducting electricity, reason why these cylinders can be considered a wonder material, a new building block that can be used in everything we know, from electronics to airplanes and cars. Unfortunately, as a space elevator cable, these carbon nanotubes have a big problem. The longest ones ever made are only a few centimeters long. Joining them together one by one is just simply not practical. Scientists around the world work on perfecting nanotechnology and finding methods to make carbon nanotubes longer. Regarding the other parts of the space elevator, nowadays technology allows to make everything. The climber is supposed to be powered by a wireless energy transfer, meaning that the energy is transferred with the help of a laser beam from Earth. This can be seen in the illustration. The space station is something that we currently have, for example the ISS. Regarding the counterweight, various solutions were proposed ranging from captured asteroids to space junk or even material brought from the moon. To sum up, although the space elevator is still a project, it is something that is becoming more and more realistic. So maybe one day we will take the elevator up to outer space, and who knows where.